How you doing, everybody, and welcome back to the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta, where the Packers lose 20-17 today to the Atlanta Falcons. The Georgia Dome crew erasing the remnants of the Atlanta Falcons logo from midfield and from the end zones. Apparently they've got some other football events coming here. Kind of appropriate given the fact that this game erases likely the Packers' chances of overtaking the Falcons for the number one overall spot in the NFC. The Packers fall to 7-4. Atlanta improves to 9-2, plus has the tiebreaker on the Packers now. So any hope of the number one overall seed, I think, is probably gone by the boards after this decision. The Packers lose their fourth game of the year, all four by field goals. So they are 0-4 in games decided by a field goal. And they do have one win this season in a game decided by 4 points or less, that first Minnesota win. But Aaron Rodgers falls to 2-12 in games decided by 4 points or less. Not sure what else he could have done to carry this team to victory, at least late in the game, as he directs a 16-play, 90-yard touchdown drive to tie the game at 17. The ensuing kickoff is returned out to midfield thanks to a penalty on Matt Wilhelm, who actually saved a touchdown with his face mask on Eric Weems. Falcons and Matt Ryan only have to go 20 yards to set up Matt Bryant's game-winning 47-yard field goal. Mike McCarthy wasn't overly upset about the outcome based on how he talked to both reporters after the game and how he talked to his team. Basically, he said that, look, they've played 4 really good games in a row during their 4-game winning streak. This is a bump in the road, A.J. Hawk told me. And they can get right back on track next week with San Francisco go on another run. I still think that this team has some question marks, though. They committed 8 penalties in the previous 4 games. They committed 8 penalties today. Their special teams, again, rearing its problems and its ugly head at the most inopportune time. The turnover by Aaron Rodgers inside the red zone is one of 2 trips inside the red zone where the Packers don't come away with points after going 20 for 30 with touchdowns in their first 10 games when they were inside the opponent's 20-yard line. And finally, the running game has to be a concern. The Packers basically going away from it even in third and short situations after some critical failures. Dimitri Nance suffers a concussion on his one attempt on 3rd and 1. This is obviously a team that is going to have to run the football, regardless of what people may say. Down the stretch when they get back to Lambeau Field, they play 3 of their last 5 in December and January at home, usually a time when you want to be able to run the football effectively. I just have major concerns about whether or not they're going to be able to do that. Perhaps I'll be proven wrong. Clearly Aaron Rodgers was terrific throwing the football out of those big 5 spread formations, and as Josh Sitton said after the game, he doesn't give a blank if they're able to throw the ball the way they are, if they can't run the football. I still think it's going to come back to bite them, but we'll see. I'm not sure how much of this you can actually hear because of the loud blowers that are erasing the decorations on the field from the Falcons game, but hopefully at least some of this is audible. We'll be back next week back in Lambeau as the Packers take on the 49ers. Until then, we'll have a 5 questions with intern Jackie sometime this week. I got a couple of emails this week looking for Wildy's mailboxes. I think I'll continue to answer questions via Twitter and via email, so you can still send questions that way. The email is jasonjwildy@yahoo.com. That's where it all ends up anyway. Or jwildy@espnwisconsin.com. And you can always ask questions via Twitter. The handle is jasonjwildy. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.